Okay, so get that we got the inside scoop on the Fantastic Four First Steps casting.
Oh, yeah.
And it is huge.
Huge.
You ready for a deep dive?
I am so ready.
All right.
Let's do it.
So this isn't just another superhero movie. Fantastic Four First Steps is going to be like the foundation for the whole MCU.
Absolutely
It's
right.
gonna set the tone for Phase 6 and everything after.
You know, Marvel really needs a hit after a couple of box office disappointments.
They need to stick the landing on this one.
Yeah, but I think this casting shows they're really trying to take an interesting approach.
Okay, I like this. I like where you're going. So let's break it down.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, first up, we have Pedro Pascal
What?
as Mr. Fantastic.
Pedro Pascal, come on, The Mandalorian, The Last of Us. This guy is amazing.
I know.
And he brings such intensity and charisma to everything he does.
Yeah.
Imagine that as Reed Richards.
Yes.
It's not just a genius scientist. We're talking leader.
A leader.
With a presence.
I love this.
Yeah.
Okay, next up, we have Vanessa Kirby
Okay.
as Sue Storm, the Invisible Woman.
Interesting.
And she's got the action chops for Mission Impossible, so she can definitely handle the physicality of the role.
For sure. I mean, she's not just going to be fading into the background.
Yeah.
This is a Susan who is strong. She's capable. She can hold her own in a fight.
I'm here for it.
Yeah.
Okay, are you ready for this one?
Hit me.
Johnny Storm
Yeah.
is going to be played by Joseph Quinn.
No way.
Yes, Eddie Munson from Stranger Things.
Oh, wow. What a left turn.
I know, and he killed it in that final season.
Totally.
So I think he can definitely bring the heat.
He's got that energy, that spark.
Yes.
I mean, but can he live up to Chris Evans? That's the question.
I think he can.
Okay.
Okay, so what about Ben Grimm?
Yeah, the ever-loving, blue-eyed thing.
Yes.
Who could possibly play him?
Well, they went with Eben Bachrach
Oh, interesting.
from The Punisher and Andor.
Oh, yeah.
And he's got this amazing ability to convey emotion, even under heavy prosthetics.
Which is key for the thing.
It's essential.
Yeah.
Because he's so much more than just a big, strong monster.
Right.
He's got a heart of gold.
Yeah.
But he's also always grappling with his appearance and his place on the team.
I think Moss Bachrach can bring that depth.
Totally.
Yeah.
Okay, but now for a curveball,
Okay, I love curveballs.
they cast Julia Garner
What?
as Shalla-Bal, the Silver Surfer's lover.
Hold on, Shalla-Bal. So, is the Silver Surfer going to be in the movie?
That's what we're thinking, right?
This is huge. I mean, his story is so epic, and his connection to Galactus. I mean, things get cosmic.
Yeah.
Really cosmic.
And speaking of Galactus,
Okay.
we have Ralph Ineson.
Really?
Yeah, you might remember him from a small role in Guardians of the Galaxy.
Oh, yeah.
But trust me, he's going to be way more prominent this time around.
Oh, okay, well, they got to get Galactus, right?
Oh, absolutely.
After that space cloud thing in the last Fantastic Four movie.
Yeah, that was rough.
Yeah.
Okay, are you ready for the biggest reveal?
I don't know if I am, but hit me.
Robert Downey Jr. is back.
What?
And he's playing Dr. Doom.
No way. RDJ is back, but as Dr. Doom?
Yes.
I mean, everyone loved him as Iron Man, but to see him as Dr. Doom, as the Fantastic Four's arch nemesis,
Yeah.
that's mind-blowing.
I know, and it raises so many questions about the future of the MCU.
Oh, yeah.
Is Dr. Doom going to be the next Thanos-level threat?
Yeah.
Could he even show up in Fantastic Four First Steps?
I don't know.
The possibilities are endless.
I can't even.
And wait, there's more.
Want more?
Walter Hauser
Okay.
and Natasha Lyonne are both in the movie,
Okay.
but their roles are still a mystery.
Are you kidding me?
I know, it's like they're trying to drive us crazy.
I mean, Hauser can do it all.
Yeah.
Comedy villain.
Everything.
He's got incredible range.
And Leon, I mean, with her quick wit and her presence, she could be anything.
Anything.
This is going to be good.
Okay, so we've talked about the cast, but what about behind the camera?
Yeah.
Matt Shakman, the genius behind WandaVision, is directing. Oh, wow.
And he is all about staying true to the source material.
Oh, good.
He's drawing inspiration directly from the comics.
I like that.
And for the writers, we have Josh Friedman, Jeff Kaplan, and Ian Springer working on the script.
A trio.
And get this, some big-name comic book creators.
Oh, yeah.
People who have actually written Fantastic Four comics were spotted visiting the set.
Really?
So they're taking this seriously.
That's huge. I mean, it seems like they really want to get it right.
Yeah.
You know, capture what makes the Fantastic Four so iconic, the family dynamic, the adventures, the cosmic stuff.
They're going for it.
Yeah.
Okay, and last but not least, the setting.
Okay.
Fantastic Four First Steps is taking us back to the 1960s.
Oh.
but with a twist.
Okay.
They're going for a retro-futuristic, alternate version of New York City.
So cool. Think about it.
Yeah.
That sleek, futuristic design, but like the grit of New York.
It's going to be visually stunning.
I love it.
And the 1960s were all about pushing boundaries, exploring the unknown, which is like the Fantastic Four in a nutshell.
Totally.
But the question is, with so many superhero movies out there, can Fantastic Four First Steps actually break through the fatigue?
Right. Is it going to stand out?
Yeah.
I think they have a good shot. I mean, the casting, the setting, it all points to something fresh, you know?
Totally.
Something new.
Okay, so what do you think is the biggest mystery so far?
That's a good question. Honestly, I think it's Julia Garner.
Yeah.
I mean, why cast her as Shalla-Bal if the Silver Surfer is not going to be in the movie?
Right.
It feels like they're holding something back.
Yeah.
What are they hiding?
It feels like there's got to be more to it.
Yeah.
Like maybe a surprise reveal later on.
Maybe.
And then there's those two mystery roles.
Walter Hauser.
Yes.
And Natasha Lyonne.
I need to know who they're playing.
Me too.
This is going to be good.
I know.
I'm so excited for this movie.
Me too. I think it's going to be big.
It's going to be huge.
Yeah. Let's take a break. All right. So we left off talking about Dr. Doom.
Yes, Dr. Doom.
And I can't stop thinking about Robert Downey Jr.
Right. What a casting choice.
From Iron Man to Dr. Doom. It's like a full circle moment.
Totally. And it makes you wonder, what kind of Dr. Doom are we going to get?
I mean, in the comics, he's not just some power-hungry villain.
Right.
He's a genius. He's a master of science and sorcery.
Yeah.
There's so much depth to his character.
So what are some things they could explore in the movie?
Well, you got to remember, first and foremost, he's the ruler of Latveria.
Oh, right. Latveria.
That small European nation.
Supervillain with his own country.
I know. It's crazy, right?
That's so cool.
So he's got his own people, his own ambitions.
It's not just about world domination, then.
No, it's about his own kind of twisted sense of justice.
I see.
And don't forget, he's incredibly intelligent.
Yeah.
A scientific genius on par with Reed Richards.
Really?
Some might even argue he's more brilliant.
Wow.
But his quest for power often clouds his judgment.
It's like he's a dark mirror to Reed Richards.
Exactly.
They're both brilliant scientists,
Yeah.
but their choices lead them down different paths.
It's that classic rivalry.
Yeah.
That's at the heart of their conflict.
And then there's that whole thing with a lab accident that scarred his face.
Right. Which he blames on Reed.
That's intense.
Yeah, it adds a whole other layer of tragedy to his character.
It makes him more than just a one-dimensional villain.
Exactly.
Okay, so we've got a super genius, power-hungry dictator with a tragic backstory and a personal vendetta against Mr. Fantastic.
That's about right.
This is going to be epic.
Oh, yeah.
But let's talk about the Fantastic Four themselves.
Yeah.
They're not your typical superhero team.
Not at all. They're a family.
Literally.
Reed and Sue are married. Johnny is Sue's brother, and Ben is their best friend.
So it's like a family drama.
Yeah, with superpowers.
They bicker, they fight, but they always have each other's backs.
Exactly, and that's what makes them so relatable.
Yeah.
We've all got family like that.
Plus, their powers are so visually stunning.
Oh, yeah.
Imagine seeing Mr. Fantastic stretching across the city. Sue turning invisible Johnny, blasting fire Ben, smashing through walls.
It's going to be a visual feast.
And their powers all work so well together.
They're a true team.
Each member bringing something unique to the table.
I can't wait to see them in action.
And with the multiverse in play, things could get really interesting.
Oh.
We could see them traveling to alternate realities.
Meeting different versions of themselves.
Maybe even teaming up with other heroes.
The X-Men.
The Avengers.
The possibilities are endless.
Okay, speaking of other heroes, let's talk villains.
All right.
Who else might we see?
Well, the Fantastic Four have a whole rogues gallery of crazy characters.
I know Mole Man Puppet Master.
The Frightful Four.
Annihilus.
Don't forget about Annihilus.
Oh yeah, the bug-like ruler of the negative zone.
He is a serious threat.
And with the multiverse, who knows who else might show up.
Right, villains from other dimensions, alternate timelines.
This is getting out of hand.
I know, it's so exciting.
Okay, so let's focus on Fantastic Four First Steps.
Yeah.
What do you think is the biggest challenge they're facing?
I think they have to introduce these characters and establish their dynamic.
Right.
Set up the cosmic mythology.
Yeah.
And they got to do it in a way that feels fresh.
Because we've seen a lot of superhero movies.
Exactly. There's that whole superhero fatigue thing.
It's real.
Yeah.
And they're doing it with a 1960s setting.
Yeah. The retro-futuristic thing.
It's visually stunning. But can they pull it off?
It's a big gamble.
Can they capture the spirit of that era and still deliver a modern superhero story?
I think that's where Matt Shakman comes in.
Right, the director.
He's really talented.
He did WandaVision.
Yeah, he can blend genres and tones and create something truly unique.
That gives me hope.
Me too.
But why the 1960s?
Well, I think it's more than just an aesthetic choice.
Okay.
The 1960s were a time of optimism, exploration, pushing boundaries.
The space race, the dawn of the computer age.
It was a time when anything felt possible.
And that aligns perfectly with the Fantastic Four.
Exactly. They're all about exploring the unknown, pushing the limits of science, facing the impossible.
So they're a perfect fit for that era.
I think so.
Okay, I'm getting chills. This is all starting to come together.
I know.
But there's still so many unanswered questions.
What about Julia Garner's role?
Yeah.
And who are Walter Hauser and Natasha Lyonne playing?
Will we see Dr. Doom in Fantastic Four First Steps?
And how will their story connect to the larger MCU?
So many mysteries.
Wow.
I guess we'll have to wait for part 3 to dive even deeper.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've talked about the cast, setting all these mysteries surrounding the movie.
Yeah.
But I keep coming back to Dr. Doom.
I know, right? Robert Downey Jr. as Dr. Doom, it's like a
Yeah.
total game changer.
But what kind of Dr. Doom are we going to see?
Right, is it going to be like classic comic book Doom?
Yeah.
With the armor and the accent?
Yeah.
Or will it be something completely different?
To really understand the possibilities, I think we need to dive into the comics a little bit.
Yeah.
Because he's not just some power-hungry villain.
No, he's so much more than that.
Give me the Dr. Doom crash course.
Okay, so Dr. Doom is the ruler of Latveria.
Right.
It's a small European nation that he rules with an iron fist.
So he's a supervillain with his own country.
I know, it's crazy, right?
That's intense.
He's got his own army, his own twisted sense of justice.
So it's not just about taking over the world.
No, he genuinely believes he's doing what's best for his people.
Oh, wow.
For the world, he sees himself as a savior.
A benevolent dictator.
Exactly.
And he's also a brilliant scientist and a sorcerer.
He's a polymath, obsessed with knowledge and power.
This guy can do it all.
Some even say he's more intelligent than Reed Richards.
Really?
But his ego and his ambition often lead him down some pretty dark paths.
So how does all that translate to the movie?
Well, I think they'll definitely focus on the rivalry between Doom and Reed Richards.
Yeah.
It's not just a clash of superpowers, it's a battle of intellects.
A battle of ideologies.
Exactly. And then there's that personal element.
Right. The accident that scarred Doom's face
Which he blames on Reed.
adds a whole other layer to their conflict.
Yeah, it makes it personal.
Like Shakespearean.
Totally.
Two titans locked in a battle of wills.
So what about the other villains?
Oh, man. The possibilities.
We know Galactus is going to be a major threat.
Right.
But who else could we see?
Mole Man Puppet Master, the Frightful Four, Annihilus.
Annihilus from the Negative Zone.
And with the multiverse in play, we could see villains from alternate realities, different timelines.
It's going to be wild.
Okay, my head is spinning.
I know, it's a lot to take in.
But what about some of the specific mysteries surrounding the movie?
Yeah.
Like Julia Garner. What's the deal with her?
Right. Is she really just playing Shalla-Bal?
Or is there more to it?
Some fans think she might actually be playing a female version of the Silver Surfer.
Whoa!
Which would be pretty crazy.
Why introduce Shalla-Bal if the Silver Surfer's not even in the movie?
It feels like they're setting something up.
Maybe a surprise reveal.
A post-credit scene.
And what about those two mystery roles? Paul, Walter Hauser, and Natasha Lyonne.
I know. Who could they be playing?
Hauser could be anything.
A scientist, a government agent.
And Lyonne, with her quick wit and her unique presence.
She could be a psychic, a rogue AI, even a time traveler.
I give up. There are too many possibilities.
It's exciting, though, right?
It is. But what about the bigger picture?
What does the future hold for the Fantastic Four in the MCU?
Will they team up with the Avengers? Will they explore the cosmos?
And what about Dr. Doom?
Is he going to be the next Thanos?
Pulling the strings behind the scenes?
Setting up future conflicts.
It's all possible.
And don't forget about Kang the Conqueror.
Oh, yeah, he's already a major player.
And he's related to Reed Richards.
I know, it's wild, right?
How does that even work?
Time travel, alternate timelines, it's complicated.
My brain is officially fried.
There's a lot to think about.
This is just the beginning of their journey in the MCU.
Yeah, it's going to be epic.
But it's not just about the action and the spectacle.
No, the Fantastic Four represent something more.
They represent the best of humanity, our curiosity, our ingenuity, our spirit of exploration.
They remind us that we can achieve anything if we work together.
They're not just superheroes. They're explorers, adventurers, a family facing the impossible together.
And their story is just beginning.
So buckle up, everyone. because the Fantastic Four are about to take the MCU by storm.
And that wraps up our deep dive into everything we know about Fantastic Four First Steps.
I am so hyped for this movie.
You too. I think it's going to be huge.
Until next time, stay curious, keep exploring, and never stop believing in the power of the Fantastic Four.